Hi.
Guys, something just too coincidental to be coincidence this afternoon.
Nothing.
Well, you guys wanted Giggly Girl to come back, and here she is, up to her giggling again. Okay, so, it's okay, honey. Something so coincidental happened this afternoon, there's no way it's coincidence. Okay, so here's what's going on. I was in the house listening to very tranquil music on YouTube. I was at peace with the world and the universe because there were no lyrics telling me how to think. It was just like ocean sounds and some stringed instruments. It was beautiful. And all of a sudden the music stopped playing. I was signed out of my account. I was like, what is this? What could this be? Make sure to get R6. And rewind and listen right there after I said that. So anyway, I decide I'll just go outside and stare at the sun for a while. This too helps me feel tranquil often. So I come outside, I look up the hill to where the receiver of the ultimate contraption is located, and now the brush in our meadow and our small trees and everything have gotten so high now you can barely see the top of this from our front yard. But I see this thing like whipping back and forth, like something's jerking on it, swinging it around, and all of a sudden it gets hurled down the hill. And I was like, what is that? Something just destroyed the receiver of the ultimate contraption. Ironically and coincidentally, at the same time, YouTube goes down. Is there any irony in that? It's certainly not coincidental. So I think, well, something obviously is up there. I'm not going up there. Something big enough. I mean, this receiver is like 10 feet high off the ground, okay? Something threw it down the hill, and I'm just not going up there. So I split up some more firewood. I started doing some weed eating. About an hour or so goes by, and I say to myself, well, for sure, YouTube's back up. I'll go back inside and listen to the tranquil music to feel tranquil. Because as you can tell by the lighting, the clouds moved in. There's no sun to stare at. So I needed my tranquil music to feel tranquil. So I go inside, YouTube is still down. And I'm like, what is the significance here? So I kind of started thinking in my head, is it possible that the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that potentially lives in our potential Bigfoot Sasquatch forest back here, when he, she, it, or they destroyed yet again the receiver of the ultimate contraption, did they indeed knock down all of YouTube? Well, then I thought there's only one way to find out. That's to come up here and put the receiver of the ultimate contraption back in its place, which I did. And ironically and coincidentally, I went back inside and YouTube was back online. There's no way that was a coincidence, because that's just too coincidental to be a coincidence.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, hon. They like it when you giggle. They say it's infectious. So guys and girls, here's what we're going to do. You've seen this part of our show before where we attempt to channel the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that potentially lives in our potential Bigfoot Sasquatch forest. We are going to do this today, and we're going to ask if he, she, it, or they is the mysterious reason that YouTube was offline for several hours. As you can see behind me, we've got our extension cord hooked up to the power pack of our receiver of the ultimate contraption. The power pack being one glue stick, a AAA battery, and one size D battery. Now, as we do when we channel, we're going to take the end of the extension cord. I got my headphones here, and we're going to connect the headphones to the extension cord so that we have a power source. And many of you say that there's no way that I can be taking any. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
They say I can't be taking any of this seriously if we're laughing all the time. For the record, I'm not laughing, just her. So, now that we're connected, we're going to attempt to channel, as we've done successfully in the past. 100% of the time that we do this, We are successful 60% of the time. Hun, are you ready to help?
Yeah.
You ready to pull the pages when I tell you to? Just try not to laugh, because I'm going to be listening for any communication from our potential Bigfoot Sasquatch coming through the receiver of the ultimate contraption.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Can you do this without laughing?
Maybe.
Potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that potentially lives in the forest behind our home. Are you the cause of the entire YouTube downage that happened today? Pull. Pull. Getting something. Pull. Pull. Okay, so as you know, at this time, I must use our secret code, ancient historic code that I made up just last month to break the code we've channeled to see what our potential Bigfoot Sasquatch answer is to this question. So honey, while I'm back here looking at the fixed landmarks, figuring this out, you watch in here and see if you see any strange movement or anything, okay?
Okay.
Highlight it with our cutout rectangles and circles if you do.
Did you see something in there? There's something in there. That looked like an eye.
No, it's okay, honey. I almost have. You're fine. Linko Cabanco. Folks, I translated what we channeled and we have our answer. And to show you that I'm being completely unbiased and you're not hearing this from me, I'm going to have Giggly Girl unfold this and read the word. This is potentially the answer from our potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that potentially lives in the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch forest behind our home. When we asked him, her, it, or they if they are the cause of the YouTube downage today. Read the answer, Miss Giggly Girl.
Potentially. Sorry.